Hi, this is Tanya from Love Buddha Tarot, back with the cards for the 7th of April 2017. Now, before I do the cards, there's always something, isn't there? But before I do the cards, this is an absolutely amazing one, and I just want to sort of share it with you a little bit. I mentioned yesterday or this week something about feeling the love that I get from the messages and from you all watching these and everything, and it's unbelievable. And I know a lot of you say to me that you're getting so much out of them, but I do just want you to know that I get so much out of them as well. So it's like, I don't know, I think this is like a joint effort, isn't it? We're all sort of working together with the for the common goal. Now, today it's very rare that I'm actually lost for words, believe it or not. But today I was literally blown away. I mentioned the other day that somebody had said that they wanted to paint a picture for me, and today it came in the post. So before I start the reading, I just want to give a big shout out to GINA, right? GINA, psychic artist. Thank you so much. This literally floored me today. So this is the drawing that GINA has done, and this is me. And I'm literally, I don't think I've ever had a gift like this before in my life. I'm, like I say, speechless. Thank you so much, GINA. It's, there's a connection. There's the heart chakra. There's the world, the moon, all of these connections with me. So a beautiful handwritten letter that did actually have me in tears when I was reading it. So GINA, thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. I'm massively humbled but massively grateful for that. I don't know, it's very strange when you sort of see how the world sees you as well. That's like I say, I'm used to being the giver, but I thank you so much. Okay, so yeah, wow. Right, okay, so back to the cards of today. I'm sorry, that's really it. Every time I look at it, I'm getting like, and there was a couple of little crystals in it as well. And just thank you so much, GINA. I love it. And, the messages that I get off everybody as well, they're as much appreciated. I don't know, some crazy things happening at the moment. So, right, okay, back to the cards. This is where I'm comfortable. Right, okay, so today we have the Queen of Cups. Now, the Queen of Cups, I really like this card. There's a lot to this card, and there's a lot to the Queen of Cups as well. Now, the Queen of Cups is always a woman that is ruled by her emotions. It's not a head here; it's a heart that rules her. Now, if we have a look, I don't know if you can see, there's sort of like tears in her eyes as well. And when the Queen of Cups comes into a reading, this is talking about a woman. So, this is talking about somebody who I feel has endured quite a lot of emotional pain in their life. And they like to keep this hidden as well, because the Queen of Cups, their job is to help others. That is their mission on this earth, and it doesn't mean that they don't think back to these times, which, yes, GINA, you did pick up on. So, well done on that as well. But it doesn't mean that she doesn't think back to these times, because she does, but there's like an emotional security that comes with the Queen of Cups. And it's like she can connect on an emotional level with people as well. There's always admiration for her fairness. She's caring, she's honest, and she's warm-hearted, and she's like non-judgmental. Now, the Queen of Cups, when she comes in, she's often a healer or a psychic in some way, and it's sort of like she's one of these that knows what is going to come out of your mouth before you even say it. This is really going in. It's my mother's memory on the 8th. So it's 8 years since she passed, and I'm looking at this card, and I've just got a mass wave of her there. So sorry about that, but like I say, I never know what's going to come up. So yeah, so this is saying, this woman is very intuitive, and there's a real psychicness about it. I mean, if we have a look at the cup here, that she's holding. This is her heart, and she's holding it out to everybody, who is around her. We've got the shells here, so it's like, she's a listener. She will listen. She will listen with love here. We have the fish in the cup. Now, the fish is always a sign of psychic ability as well, and then, like I say, we have this sort of new dawn there. So what this is saying is, this type of woman, when the Queen of Cups comes into your life, she can open you up spiritually. She can, like, bring bring a new life in some way. Now we've got the lotus flower here. This always signifies strength. So she is a very, very strong woman as well, but strong without being harsh, I feel. There's a lot of water around, and this is because the Queen of Cups is very comfortable around water. She feels grounded around water as well. And I will say I go to the beach if I'm happy, and I go to the beach to cry. There's something about the water that's there. But this is saying that the Queen of Cups, it's like she flows. She's fluid, and like I say, the eyes are very, very expressive. These are coming out here, and if we see, like I say, there is a few tears there, but there's also a reflection. And what this is saying, is when you look into the eyes of the Queen of Cups, it's like you see the whole world, sort of your whole world reflected back at you. So when I said that she's a healer in some way, it might not be a hands-on healer, but there's a healing quality that comes, and I think this is from a deep intuition as well. And it's like it's like she always has the right answers to the problems and stuff like this, whether this is your emotions, your feelings, or, your relationships, whatever it is. It's like she sort of knows. And, she can tune in to what you're feeling, and she can sense it, but there's always like a sensitivity and a compassionate manner around this. She's a huge empath, the Queen of Cups, and she understands things. She offers her support. She's there to support herself, and it's there to support other people, and she'll never let you down, this queen. Now, what I want to say about this, if you are the Queen of Cups, is this is not often the case for herself. Often the Queen of Cups puts other people before herself. It's about making sure that their needs are met, and she often forgets to give herself the love that she deserves as well. And like I say, this is a woman who I feel has overcome. There's hardship, and there's hurt there, but she hasn't let that taint her. If we have a look, I love these little spikes on her hair. These reminded me, when I looked at them, of maypoles, right? So I don't know if May is this woman's going to come in, or she's going to be significant, or this is when you're going to feel like the Queen of Cups or whatever. But yeah, it's like maypoles, dancing around the maypole, like dancing with life, dancing dancing through life. Yeah. And like I say, it's like she hasn't let things that have happened to her taint her. But it's like deep down there's sort of like a sadness, and there's like I don't know, a bit of a longing, a little bit of a longing for the nurture that she gives to others. She would never say to somebody, I don't think I need help, or I'm struggling, or something like that. I don't think she would, because it's like I say, she's all about giving. But it is love what feeds her. When she is loved, this is what actually feeds her soul. And right, okay, sorry, this is taking me back. And I just want to say there as well, this is, I've mentioned the messages, I've mentioned all this, and I just want to say that this stuff within this is resonating when it's coming out, and I just want to say thank you. That sustains, and by getting these messages, that is what keeps me doing what I'm doing, because I do absolutely love it. But right, okay, so the Queen of Cups here, it's saying that this person can give you like a nudge on your spiritual path, sort of show you where to go. The Queen of Cups is always quite passive in a way, but never passive aggressive. I think there's a big difference with that. She just, like I say, she's fluid, she flows here, and she has this very calming influence, as well as a nurturing one as well. So she's like she's like wise, she's knowing, you know, and I really feel she just takes the joy out of life. Not takes it out of life, she takes the joy out of any situation, you know. And because this the Queen of Cups is, it's never about money with her. She's not one of these flashy queens, you know. She's not like sort of the Queen of Pentacles or the Queen of Swords in some way, you know, because money does not drive her as well. She finds her riches in love, and this is knowing that she is loved and knowing that her loved ones is happy. That is her main concern, you know. She's not ambitious in any way. And if anything, I think like probably the opposite, because it's like modern life here is not for her, you know. It's more a case of a simple life is a happy life, you know. That's, I feel, a motto here. So it's going back to basics, you know. It's like doing the simple things, cooking, you know, making a home, if that makes sense. It's great at the moment because I usually live by myself, but I've got a couple of friends staying. I have my daughter staying. She's back, and the house is. It's never been so messy, but it is. You know, it's alive and it's full, and it's just I absolutely adore it the way with the way it is at the moment. And this is another thing about the Queen of Cups. Okay, she's as a mother, as like a nurturer, she's the type where it's probably her kids would probably be late for school on a morning because she was sitting around the dining table asking them about their dreams last night, and okay, like what did you dream and stuff like this, you know. So it's like this modern life thing just doesn't really fit in for her. I remember once taking my daughter, I think it was the Banksy film, Exit Through a Gift Shop. That was being released, and I think it was a Tuesday afternoon. So I kept my daughter off school so that we could go to the cinema and see it. It was like, yeah, you know, she thought I was a really cool mom for that, but it was like, no, I want you to come with me. So yeah, so this Queen of Cups, she's very like creative. It's like creativity is key with her. She wants people to be themselves. She wants people to open up. She wants them to find this sort of inner child with them. And this is what she does. She's like the mother of the tarot deck as well, you know. And like I say, there's no ambition here, you know. It's like, you know, very, very new agey in a way, you know. And there's, you know, very connected to the lunar cycles as well, you know. But there's a lovely feeling coming through with this. I really, really like this. And this is like, it's like, you know, I feel with this card, I feel the reason it's coming in today, if this is not you, if this is somebody that is around you, you know, it's sort of like take a leaf out of their book as well, or also look at how far you've come on your spiritual journey, you know. Or are you still governed a little bit with material success? Is that what is driving you? Because like I say, this Queen of Cups is happier with a simpler existence, you know. And it's like, you know, she would love to be away from nature, away from the rat race and stuff. So it's like take a leaf out of her book. And I feel that it's like, you know, sort of she drifts through life, she flows through it, you know. And it's like, um I really feel this card is saying to you, it's time to focus on the simple things, the things that make you happy, the things that make you smile. That is where, not the things that make you worry and the things that make you stressed, you know. It's taking a step away from that. And I think, and focusing on yourself a little bit more, you know, rather than just on others. Give yourself a little bit you time as well. And this is saying as well, it's like, if there's something happening in your life which isn't sort of good, it's a little bit rocky at the moment, try and look on this in a compassionate way. Use your intuition with it and be empathic around it, because that's what they like. Ask yourself, what would the Queen of Cups do? You know, and the Queen of Cups is, like I say, there's no judgment around her. She's there to offer love and nurture and stability in a way as well, you know. And I feel with this card, like I say, if somebody around your circle is hurting at the moment, or if you are aware of that, do something little for them, a phone call, a text message, take somebody a bunch of flowers if they're feeling down, because a hug means more than you know sometimes. And sometimes, like, just a simple smile can actually be all that somebody needs, like knowing that there is somebody there as well. Now, I'm again, this is bringing me into mothers, and I really want to say to you, if anybody has issues with their mother, or because mothers can be a bit of a nightmare at times. I had one and I am one, so I know. But yeah, if you can, if it's doable, then just go and give them a hug, because as much as they drive us nuts, like I said, it's my mum's memory in 2 days, and as much as they drive us nuts, that I think I would do anything to have that again, just to, like I say, sort of, to feel the essence of that person, and it doesn't matter how awkward they can be. There's a reason for that. So look on it with compassion and empathy. I think that is what is coming in with that. So it's like I say, be like the Queen of Cups. The Queen of Cups knows when something is up, and it's about taking time out of your busy schedule, putting time aside to focus on, those that you love, your loved ones, and to make sure that you are there and caring for them, and nurturing them as well, but also looking after yourself if you aren't. So that's a Queen of Cups. There's a strange feeling coming. I really, really like that card, but it's I really feel right. Okay, when I'm looking at this now, what I'm getting is there's something that you've got to do. It's like she's clicking her fingers, So by clicking her fingers, it's like she's working magic in some way. So it's like, if there's something that you need to do, it's like, bang, do it. You like do it now, sort of thing. Don't put off. I think that's one of the mottos for the Queen of Cups. She doesn't put off. Every day she lives it like it is, a day to be honored and a day to be enjoyed as well. And it's like, don't sweat the small stuff. The worries, the problems, the modern life stuff will still be there tomorrow. Just grasp, yeah, carpe diem, seize the day. I think. So right, okay. Then what we've got coming in with the Osho, which I still don't know where this is coming from yet, connected with this. This is a card called Comparison. And what this card is saying, it's like, I don't know, you might be comparing to people here, or you might be thinking, my life would have been so different had I gone down this route. And this is sort of like, yeah, I feel it's like, by going on a different path, you would have you may be thinking that you could have ended up somewhere else. Now, I really feel this is coming in around the Queen of Cups, because as I've just said there, this is about her living living every day in a simpler way. And I feel this could be it. I mean, if we have a look, if we look at this in a society's view, we've got this rough, ragged oak here, and we've got this nice, thin, nice looking bamboo. But the thing is, if you chop them in half, that bamboo's hollow. There's nothing there. There's no substance to it, Whereas this rough oak there's character there. If you cut that open, there's rings and rings and rings that show the life that it's had, and it's secure. Now this bamboo will sway when it's rocked. If there's any wind or anything like that, it will sway. This oak tree is standing solid here. So what I feel this is saying is, like, this might look like the more attractive life or the more attractive person, but look at the substance within this. And I think it's like I say, do we really think that bamboo is living in the way that the Queen of Cups does? Or do we think that the Queen of Cups is this oak tree where she is solid, rooted, grounded, and has stories to tell? So, like I say, there's a hollowness coming with this. And what it's saying as well is, please don't compare yourself to others, because I feel that when we do this, when we sort of when we compare ourselves to others, this is sort of like an egoic thought. And what it does is it makes us feel inferior. or it can make us feel superior as well. There's one or the other. And I feel, like I say, I mean, it's sometimes hard when you're doing these videos and you get the odd message, where people are being quite detrimental or not nice. But it's like, you know what, there's so many others, and I'm not, I'm I was going to say that I'm not like other readers. Right, okay, I am not like other readers. That was not planned. That just came in there, and I'm not. Each of us is unique, and some people will connect with one, and some people will connect with another one, and that's cool. Each to their own. But if I was like, oh well, I'm not doing it like them, or I'm not doing it like them, because I do think that all the time. I watch these other readers, and they're so together, and they're so like professional and stuff, and I just I never know what's going to happen. But this works for me. This is how I am. If I was being anything else, I would not be being authentic, and like I say, the people that see this authenticity, they appreciate it, I hope. So thank you for that. But this is what it's saying: when you compare yourself to others, so don't compare. This is when your egoic mind is controlling your thoughts as well, and when you are maybe comparing two different paths as well. It's like, which one should I go on? But that one might have better prospects than that one. The path that you should go on is, or the course of action that you should take is the one where you can be true to yourself. Like I say, the Queen of Cups is true to herself all the time, and I find it sometimes very sad, because it's like the Queen of Cups knows herself, but there are so many people, like, walking around who have never taken the time to get to know themselves. And this is an essential duty that we have to ourselves. We're all different. We are all wonderful. We are all completely unique. And it's we spend so much time comparing ourselves to others, our body shapes, our bank accounts, all of this, where it's, we should actually sort of, we should take pride in our uniqueness. There's only one of every single one of yous, and that is what makes you perfect, and you should be very, very proud of that. And like I say, when I'm on about this stuff, I've said it before, you could be the juiciest, ripest peach in the box, but somebody's always going to dislike peaches. So it's like, please stop any comparisons. Like I say, if you are comparing two different people, look at, where do you feel good, not what looks good. If you are looking at two different paths, again, which path do I go on? Look at which one makes you feel good, not the one that could just make you look good. So this is it. I really feel there's a way of this is allowing your emotions, allowing your heart to rule your head here, like the Queen of Cups. I think that's why that's been brought in together, because like I say, she's a bit like the hippie of the tarot deck as well. So right, okay, and oh, they've just said there, sorry, she's deep as the ocean. She's, if you see, she's sort of half immersed in the water there, isn't she? So yeah, she's deep as the ocean. This is like, deep and simple, I think. Okay. Right, okay, so anyway, the Colette Baron Reid card for today. This is To the Sea. Now, I love this card. Like I say, the Queen of Cups has come in. This is all about the sea. The sea is so healing, honestly. It's like, this is my dream, to live by the sea. I just, around water, there's something about it. And what this card is saying is, this is time to get a move on. They've just said there, right? Time to get a move on. And this is saying how wonderful it is when you just feel yourself go in the flow of life. This is when, like, when you do this, you will see that, like, events and conditions and everything, they become fluid, and they become effortless as well. There's no hard work in it. And this card is saying to go with the flow. This is what you need to do right now. There's a big, like, wave of opportunity coming along, and it's like, jump that wave, get on it. The conditions are perfect for sailing as well, so this is saying to allow yourself to trust, and allow, wherever the universe is taking you, allow yourself to go there as well, and like flow with it. This is the sea of life, I think, here. Now, if we have a look at this, what I love about this card is we have the arrow pointing forward here, and we have binoculars here, right? Okay, but she's not looking at the binoculars because the binoculars are looking back to the past. If she'd done that, that would make her look at where she's came. You know, look at how far you've come to actually give yourself strength in how far you're going to go. But it's not about looking back. This is about looking forward. And what I love about this card as well, what I really love about it is we have this fairy, this sort of lilac fairy, and she is in a paper boat. The boat is made with paper. Now, at the end of this, right, okay, they're bringing it, right, okay, this is making sense now. Now, the paper boat is she, you know, she's not on some big yacht. She has made use of what she had, you know, which every single one of us has a piece of paper lying around somewhere, or we can get our hands on it. So she's made use of what she already had. And so this is utilizing what you have at the moment, you know, in order to get you to where you want to go. Now, you know, she's sailing the sea on this paper boat. The paper looks flimsy, but by her putting it together in the way she wants, this will carry her to her destination. Now, what they've just brought in here, which is interesting, is you won't be able to make paper with that bamboo. So what she's used there to support her and to take her to her destination has probably come from that oak tree rather than the bamboo as well. So that's quite funny. So yeah, so I feel this card is about, all right, okay, can anybody see that? There's a tiny white feather actually floating around in front of me. It was tiny. Did you see that? I think I was going cross-eyed looking at it. Wow. Right, okay. Right, I'm sorry for this. I think this reading's getting a little bit personal. Like I say, I mentioned my mum there. I've just looked. There's this lilac fairy. That was her colour. And then the white feathers just come down, which was very symbolic with my mum. And when I had my photography business was actually called White Feather. So, yeah, so I've got a little bit message. God, I'm getting all the gifts today, aren't I? This is fabulous. I'm really sorry for that because I don't like to make these readings like about me. You know, these are for you. But what I'm feeling here is with the overall message with this card is take a leaf out of the Queen of Cups card. You know, she's happy with herself. She's emotionally secure. If she's in your life, you're very, very blessed, you know, and if it's you, then well done. You know, the world needs more people like that. Don't compare things, you know. It's like I say, the Queen of Cups, it's not about comparing, you know. She doesn't compare. She is who she is, and that's what it is. And she's got what she's got. So it's not about, all right, I want more. It's like, you know, you've got what she's got, exactly what she wants and exactly what she needs in order to take her on this direction where she is going to go. And it's about not looking back, being fluid, flowing with life, allowing your emotions to flow as well, you know, because when you allow your emotions to flow and when you allow your heart to rule your head, this is when you are always doing something that you love, you know, and you're doing something, there's a passion comes with it, you know. If you're working towards a goal just for material success, I feel you're always going to end up sort of quite empty, like that bamboo. Now it's not about the material success isn't good. It's great, and it allows you to help more people and to do more good in the world, but don't make that your goal. If you're doing something just because you think it is going to give you financial security, you know, the chances are it probably won't, because if your heart's not in it, like we've already mentioned this week, when your heart is in something and you do it with a passion and you do it because you love it and you do it because you are of service and you are given to the world, you are given something back to the world, this is when you will receive riches beyond your wildest dreams, you know. And this is when you will, they've just lit Ganesh up there. I don't know, did you see that in the background? You know, he's my homeboy Ganesh. I always sort of high five him when I go past. And you know, this is when you will remove obstacles, and this is when you are given, like this Queen of Cups, when you give out, this is when you get back. And that has been massively proven with my amazing, beautiful picture. I can't wait to get it framed and get it up here, you know. I don't know, I look a little bit sad on it though, you know. It's like No, it needs a little bit of a smile on, I think. But I don't know. That's the reading for today. I hope it made sense to some of you. I think it's a nice one. So if anybody would like a reading with me, please get in touch. I do have availability for next week. You know, not a lot, but I do. So please get in touch either via my Facebook or my website. The links are below there. Like I say, it's about spreading the love at the minute. Please, you know, this is what the world needs. You know, it needs it needs more hugs, it needs more love, you know, and it needs more smiles. That's what it needs. So get out there and sort of share these. It's not going to cost you a penny, you know, to actually to share that. These are riches that you have, you know, that you have so much of, that you can just give them out to anybody. Don't keep hugging people in the street though, because you might get arrested, and I don't want to be blamed for that. But you know what I mean. It's all about spreading the love. And I will be back tomorrow with the cards of today as well. And one more thank you again. Sorry, I keep going on. I'm really going to be more professional, I think, in future. But it's you know, the donations as well that come in. Thank you so much. Like I say, you know, there's every day there's a massive gratitude for what I am getting. So when you are thanking me for doing these videos and saying that I do these videos for free, I get paid in so many ways, you know. Even if it's not monetary, I get massively paid back, you know. So this is why I'm the richest girl in the world, I feel. Okay, so thank you so much, and I'll see you tomorrow with the weekend cards. Sat now.